Okay, I really think it's easier if I make a video where I talk. Hopefully, you can hear the video, see the video, follow it. If you have any questions, just ask. So, I'm not sure which provinces you got in PME. Let's see if I have a map here. Does he have a map? No. Okay. Here we go. This is the ME map. Okay. This is modern era map. He doesn't have a PME map. Too bad. Okay. If I go to the game, it's all right. It's a 90-degree, and this video will just look weird. Okay, let's see if he's got a map here somewhere. Ah, here. Here's the map. Okay. So the map, Shay's provinces are on the right side, okay? So if you go on the right side, you follow what the guide says. You negotiate Shay's, then you'll get the right or the correct quest that will give you the MG units. Okay? But even if you screwed up and you went beyond it, it's not that important because the MG units are good to fight in CE and in tomorrow to gain those provinces. But you can negotiate. And goods are very cheap in S world. It's not an issue. I can give you the goods because by now I have enough goods of those eras to negotiate all those provinces. Okay? So don't worry about this part. Let's go to the next part, which is the more difficult part. Here is CE. You start at the bottom. The first one will be Amaria City. And the next three, for a total of four, not a problem. I believe the number 5 is where you run into a problem because you get the one on the left and the one on the right that you can scout. You can scout both of them, but just don't. Scout the one on the right. It's called Al Shadira, whatever. And then you scout the one north of it to the right. Ain Al Kahansa, whatever, Arabic names. Do not acquire Salfa and Suka. If you make the mistake of scouting them, okay, no problem. Just don't acquire the province. Okay? Because when you acquire that province, you trigger a tech blocker that requires you to age up to the CE era in order to trigger the maps. So by skipping these two provinces, the quest line can be fooled while you are in industrial age because you arrived at PME quest Truth or Dare and did not do either complete the quest or abort the quest. Just leave it alone. Okay? The Truth or Dare quest is actually a weird quest. Story quests are unabortable, but the Truth or Dare quest is abortable. So maybe it's not a true storyline quest. because you leave it alone, the game allows you to reach the CE and the tomorrow and the future era storyline quests. And that's what you want. So you want to bypass, okay? So you skip. Whoever found that out was a genius, okay? Because up until they found that out, you had to be in PME and complete the last PME tech to continue, okay? So now we're in industrial age, and we can trigger the PE, the modern era, and PME quest lines, story quest lines. And as we follow the story quest lines, we follow the C map. Okay, you went ahead, not a problem. So when you finish with the PME map, you start on the CE and you go. And it took me, I didn't spend diamonds. So every day it takes 24 hours or sometimes more to scout, okay? And that, you got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think 10 provinces. So it takes time to scout them, and then negotiate is fast. Battling them, it was hard for me the first time. Second time I negotiated, it was a breeze. It was like, very fast. So that's the CE. In the tomorrow map, same thing. Now, in the tomorrow map, if you fight the first province, okay, okay, I don't remember exactly. You fight the first province, then you'll get the troops. I negotiated it, so okay, no problem. Okay, so it's important that, sorry, not one province, looks like 3 provinces you have to skip in TE. Okay, which is good because the less provinces, the faster you get to FE. Okay, so yeah, if you fight the first province, you'll get the tomorrow troops, but they're once you get the hover tanks, tomorrow troops, you don't really go back and use the tomorrow troops. Okay, so now let's see. Here again is the CE map and TE map. Okay, you get them out. All right, TE troops. So, okay, this was the CE map. I guess he negotiated, so he's got the costs for the negotiations. Okay, and for the TE troops, he's got the maps. Okay, anyway. Okay, again, he does it again. Okay, now future to oceanic future troops. These are the units you will get. All right, so this is the first province is Agadar. Okay, in FE you start on the top left, okay, which is different. In CE, you were on the bottom right where you start. Same thing with PME, and same thing with tomorrow. Okay, so it's kind of confusing, okay? So he also says to avoid requiring an additional tech, you want to negotiate the jack. Okay, now when you get to Kalabuyi, which is also must be negotiated, okay? And then once you get that one, you get the quest that gives you 3 hover tanks as their reward. And then after that, there's another one. I think the fourth, I forget which one, will give you 1 more hover tank. And the fourth bunter will give you the 2 rail guns. And then Arctic Future, there are 2 paths. You can negotiate or fight. And the first time I did it, the guide was still being put together, so it wasn't sure which one gives you better or more troops. But I think if you read the guide now, it will tell you. And I'm just too lazy to read it right now because it's been 2 years since the last time I read it. And Oceanic, same thing. Just follow it. Make sure you have saved the text so you can reach the various quests, that because some quests require you to unlock specific technologies. And oceanic troops are good to have because you want to use them for your city defense. I always use the hover tanks. I acquired the entire oceanic sea map with the hover tanks. At the time, I had a boost of 1250 over 1200. This is 2.5 years ago, maybe more, I forget. Today, people have boosts over 3, 4, even 5,000, which is unbelievable, but the game has evolved. Okay, so I hope this helps. Any questions, just ask, and you're really, to give you an idea, in industrial age, I have multiple accounts. In one account, I have a boost of 350% over 300. I'm in industrial age and auto battle through GE level 4, no problem. Basically, take on almost anyone in player versus player, unless they also have advanced troops. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they use the oceanic troops, and they have 700 plus boost in industrial age. Then I lose. Although I can do it, I can win in a manual battle. So, okay, but it's really having hover tanks in industrial age. I never tried with a boost of over 1,000.